Tank a beast. I done seen Tank squad a couple dudes and punish him. So, I mean, Tank is what's advertised. He is the Tank. I know you be criticizing my boy.
Who? Oh, it's all for good.
I mean, Tank Young too. Like
he criticizes him. Yeah. Should I go off on him again?
Nah,
we're good.
Tank Young too, man. Tank only what, like 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? He got time.
You can criticize too.
Nah. Like, huh?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts Over Fiction. I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. A reporter, I don't know who he is, but he ran up on Errol Spence, him and Ali Sekback. They had a few words exchanged. The reporter is talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez saying Gervonta Tank Davis is not a blue chip fighter. And Errol Spence answered that question if he is or not. But also, Errol Spence started to give Gervonta Tank Davis praise. So it seems like Errol Spence actually knows the reporter, because he says, as he was giving Gervonta Tank Davis praises, he told the reporter, I know you always hating on my dude. He's a great fighter, but he's young. I mean, he's only 23 years old. He's very young. So you got to give him a break. And you got to give him a pass because he's young. But he's a world champion. In my opinion, these young guys don't get no passes. As a boxing fan, as a fan of the sport, as a guy who loves boxing, if you're going to be a world champion, you got to fight other world champions. You have to unify. So pretty much, Errol Spence is over here trying to make up excuses on why Gervonta Tank Davis should not fight Vasyl Lomachenko, and I 100% disagree with Errol Spence Jr.
He is but young though. I mean, 24 years old. Like, I mean,
he did an interview. He's hating.
Right, big facts.
Why not go up to 135?
Everybody sucked themselves down.
Hey, Beetlejuice got some hate juice in there, man.
Well, I'm saying everybody sucked themselves down to get the weight. Everybody sucked themselves down. I mean, you can't. I mean, what? If he can make the weight, he can make the weight. If he's not gonna do his out their weight, he's not gonna do it out their weight. But why go up when you're 24 years old? There's no rush.
Errol Spence is correct when it comes to guys calling other guys weight bullies. I personally don't agree with that weight bully saying. If a guy can make the weight, then he should be fighting at that weight. As long as fight night, you're at that weight and you make that weight, you should be fighting at that weight. The only problem with that is a guy shouldn't go into a fight 10 pounds bigger than another guy, in my opinion. A guy should never go into a fight. You're already considered a weight bully. There's no reason. If you can make that weight, I'm okay with that. But if you can make that weight, doesn't mean after weigh-in, you blow up 10, 15 pounds bigger than the other guy. That shouldn't be allowed in boxing. If you can make that weight, you need to come into the ring that same weight. Or they shouldn't even allow you to. No fighter should be allowed to go over 5 pounds when they make that weight. You know, if you can't make that weight and you're gonna go over 5 pounds fight night, there's no point of you fighting at that weight. But if you can comfortably make that weight and fight at that weight fight night, then I'm okay with guys fighting at that weight. That guy's not a weight bully. But you're not going to fight at 160 and come in at 180.
Still got about 4 more years till he get in his prime. Till he's like 28, 29. Like, why you want to rush this dude? When he's doing what he's doing, you really trying to build this fight up. You his promoter. He's 24 years old. He's a two-time champion. With 2-time champions. Why move up and fight and rush and fight Lomachenko?
Oh, yeah, but like...
There you have it, guys. Errol Spence just gave us his 100% pure, unbiased opinion of why Gervonta Tank Davis should not fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Pretty much why Gervonta Tank Davis should duck Vasyl Lomachenko. Me, I'm a fight fan. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. I'm a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm a fan of Vasyl Lomachenko. I 100% respectfully disagree with Errol. I 100% disagree with Errol Spence Jr. Gervonta Tank Davis is a 2-time champion. You understand what I'm saying? He's held the IBF belt and he's held the WBA belt. There is no reason Gervonta Tank Davis should not be unifying. There is no reason Gervonta Tank Davis should not be unifying with the other champions. He should have been unifying with Vasyl Lomachenko. Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather clearly ducked Vasyl Lomachenko, which was blatantly, they said it right to our faces, and I will never forgive Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis for that, because that's a fight a lot of fans wanted to see. I am tired of these guys letting these fights build. That fight should have been happened before Vasyl Lomachenko move up in weight. This reporter is telling Errol Spence Gervonta Tank Davis is missing weight. Don't you think it's time for him to move up? Errol Spence says, no, he's young. He needs to stay at 130. He does not need to move up yet. Errol Spence says, Gervonta Davis is my boy. He does not need to move up in weight to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. He needs to stay at 130 if he can make the weight. Even though he comes in overweight a few times, he's missed weight a few times. I mean, we all remember Gervonta Tank Davis missed weight at one of the most important events in his career, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And in his most recent fight against Hugo, Gervonta Tank Davis missed weight again, but then he had to come back and get on the scale again. I mean, it's very unprofessional by Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, if he can make the weight, he should stay at 130, but he can't keep missing weight and then having to come back on the scale to make weight. But in my opinion, I completely disagree with Errol Spence Jr. Everybody has buddies. I mean, I understand you're trying to defend your boy, but once that guy become a champion, he should want all the smoke in his division. He should have fought Vasyl Lomachenko. A lot of fans are not going to forgive Gervonta Tank Davis for that. I'm not going to forgive Gervonta Tank Davis for that. I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is trying to I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather are trying to make Vasyl Lomachenko get old, because for some reason Gervonta Tank Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko names are tied to each other. The only way Gervonta Tank Davis will get in that ring with Vasyl Lomachenko is when Vasyl Lomachenko is an old man in a wheelchair. Vasyl Lomachenko said that. He said the only way Gervonta Tank Davis will fight me is if I'm in a wheelchair. That's the only reason he'll fight me. I 100% agree with Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko is one of my favorite fighters in boxing today. And I like the guy because the guy wants to fight everybody. So if you want to fight everybody, I'm a fan of you. Errol Spence, I'm a fan of Errol Spence. He was talking like he wanted to fight everybody. But when Terrence Crawford came up to 147, Errol Spence started to change his tone. He started to say excuses for the first time in his career. For the first time in Errol Spence's career, he started to say excuses. He started to say, I can't fight Terrence Crawford right now because I have to clean up my side of the street. Terrence Crawford only wants to fight me because there's no fighters over there at top rank for him to fight. But this is Errol Spence who wanted all the smoke. They're world champion, man. So we should give Errol Spence a pass for not fighting Terrence Crawford, and we should give Gervonta Tank Davis a pass for not fighting Vasyl. I respect every fighter. I have a lot of respect for Errol Spence, a lot of respect for Gervonta Tank Davis, a lot of respect for Vasyl Lomachenko. It's just in this situation, Gervonta Tank Davis and Errol Spence has to be held accountable for their actions. They're hiding behind their promotional schemes. This is what these guys are doing. They're hiding behind their promotional schemes. They're allowing guys like Floyd Mayweather they're allowing money to get in the way of greatness, in the way of the fans, in the way of the fans' happiness. These guys are not trying to make us smile, because this is the fights we want. We will smile at a Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenko. That's the fight I want to see right now. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. You know how happy I would be if that fight was happening right now? These guys don't want to give us that. These guys are hiding behind their promotional schemes. Al Heyman is behind there advising these guys with Floyd Mayweather. Say, let's milk these fights, man. Let's milk Gervonta Tank Davis and put Gervonta Tank Davis in a better opposition to beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Let's milk Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence and put Errol Spence in a better position to beat Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is an exceptional boxer. Errol Spence, trust me. Errol Spence, trust me. I know how good you are, man. This is Floyd Mayweather talking to Errol Spence. Errol Spence, I know how good you are, buddy. But I want you to wait this one out. Trust me. You're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to have a better chance of beating Terrence Crawford. And I'm going to help you become the A side. Floyd has put the A side into Errol Spence's head. Floyd even came out and said Errol Spence is not fighting Terrence Crawford anytime soon. And Floyd has put the A side into Gervonta Tank Davis' head as well. We won't see Gervonta Tank Davis in any fight where he's not the A side or the favorite. So, whatever you guys think is going to happen, it's not going to happen. Floyd already has these guys' future planned out. Errol Spence's future is already planned out by a guy like Floyd Mayweather, even though he's not with Floyd Mayweather. Gervonta Tank Davis' future is already planned out. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm not saying these guys will not be in good, exciting fights. I'm just saying they're not going to fight the guys we really, really want them to fight. But they'll fight other guys in around their weight class. But they won't fight the guy we feel like can beat them. The guy we feel like has a better shot of beating them. But yeah, guys, I don't agree with Errol Spence. But do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this.